Hey, record loving friend, it's Brian from Tokyorecordstyle. It is early today, and I'm waking up before the rest of the crew does. And I came downstairs, and at my desk, I saw a special little something that got me really excited for the day. And it inspired me to fire up the camera and tell you a little story. Now, sometimes I narrate the stories that I write that accompany the photos that I take for Tokyo Record Style. If you don't know what Tokyo Record Style is, it is my way of expanding my universe through my passion for music. I stop people on the streets of Tokyo who I see carrying tote bags or the vinyl bags that all the record stores here in Japan give to their customers when you buy a record. They're all branded with Tower Records or Disc Union. And one day I got to thinking, oh, somebody got some records today. I wonder what they bought. I wonder if that's a jazz guy. I wonder if he's a metal person. I wonder if it's a classical gal. I always kind of was curious about what people scored. And so I started stopping them and being like, hey, are those records? And they suspiciously said yes. And I said, I'm a record lover too. I'm a collector. Can you tell me what you bought? You got 3 or 4 minutes for maybe a conversation for a photo? And next thing you know, we're like mixing it up about music. And then I end up taking a couple photos about them and then writing these kind of humans of New York type stories about them. And it's been the most fun and precious gift that I've stumbled into. I've met so many interesting people. I've had so many unforgettable and meaningful encounters, and it's really where this whole thing starts. And writing the stories about the people that accompany the photos that I take of the people really gets to flex my creative passions, my artistic passions, and my writer aspirations. And even though I don't think I quite have the writing chops to maybe write that novel that's somewhere deep inside me, I do kind of write these fun stream of consciousness stories about the people and just start with a blank paper and just go for it. And I've had so much fun doing it. I've written about 500 stories about 500 different people. And without really trying, I've written 2 Harry Potter novels worth of content. And who knows, I didn't intend to write a book, but now I've got pages worth of books to be published, maybe. Sometimes I come on my YouTube channel and I read you the stories about the people that I've met. And today I'm going to read you a story about a guy called Andy Barron from the UK. I'm going to read you the story that I wrote about him. This is Andy, and I bumped into him on the streets of Daikanyama earlier this year. I think it was about in April. So I wrote this about Andy. After a year of working in Daikanyama, said to be one of Tokyo's most effortlessly chic neighborhoods of cafes, boutiques, and quiet green back alley charm, I'm still not sure if I agree with any of this. It's been written about, its reputation precedes itself, and it certainly has brand recognition. But I often feel like the random foreigners I spot wandering around here, perhaps thinking to themselves, why did the guidebook recommend here? But as I keep saying, Daikanyama is growing on me for many reasons, but also for the encounters like the one I made with British graphic designer and illustrator Andy Barron, who I bumped into on a lunch break, strolling down the street with a Tower Records bag in tow. And despite not having my usual Canon R5, with which I usually like to make these photos, and only my iPhone instead, I stopped Andy and gave him the Tokyo Record Style pitch. And he and his lovely were happy to agree, and we got to chatting. Andy shared with me that he draws a comic book series called Om and has written 2 books, Om and Mandala, published by the Mansion Press. I later went and checked them out, and holy smokes! Be sure to click through the links. I'll leave them in the show notes. Super psychedelic and as delightfully weird as it is poetically beautiful. Visiting Tokyo from the UK, I asked Andy about some of his highlights from his trip so far, and he mentioned seeing original pages by Tezuka Osamu, Astro Boy creator. from his series Phoenix after revealing Yuichi Sakamoto's Summer Nerves. Nice choice. A recommended to Andy but yet to be known gateway record that I explained would lead him to YMO and so much more. He later mentioned that he scored a copy of Solid State Survivor on my recommendation. Andy shared a story of a CD that he had also been gifted after stumbling into a Golden Guy bar called Daikichi, super good luck, and it being his birthday, and the owner, Hiroyuki Tsujimoto, who's apparently a recording artist who now runs a bar in Golden Guy, sang Bob Dylan songs and played harmonica to celebrate with him, gifting him a copy of his own CD, Utakichi Dot. Nice. What another amazing encounter, this time on the streets of Daikanyama. Thanks, Andy, for sharing your stories. Good luck with Om, and stay in touch. More Tokyo Record Style on the way. Well, that was a really lovely encounter with Andy, and despite it taking me several months to eventually write about him, after I published that little piece on my website, tokyorecordstyle.com, or on my Instagram, I got a little note from Andy that said, "Hey, thanks for the post. It was cool. I remembered meeting you, and it was really fun to remember our encounter. And I want to send you something from the UK." And so today, when I came downstairs, I went to sleep a little bit early. Somebody in my crew must have gone out to the mailbox and found it waiting there for me. And look at this. The world gets smaller through music. I'm going to open it up, and I'm going to share with you what, oh my gosh. Oh my gosh. Oh my goodness. A little VCLT. Dear Brian, please find enclosed my 2 books, Om and Mandala. I hope you enjoy your journey into the world of Om. Some records I've been enjoying. This is Laura Lee. Okay, box for Buddy, box for Star. Laura Lee. This is Laura Lee. I don't know. It sounds like Laura Lee. Lorelei. Cool. And also, Water from Your Eyes. It's a Beautiful Place. Geese. We were just trying to buy Geese records this weekend, but they were all sold out. Getting Killed. Cool. And Fox Warren, the album too. I hope you don't mind me sharing, Andy. Keep doing what you're doing. Best wishes, Andy. That is so nice and thoughtful. Thank you so much, Andy. Oh my God. Oh my gosh. Oh my God. In the shrink, guys. In the shrink. Look at these. Let's just have a quick look. I mean, they look, oh my God. So they don't have any, there's no words. Oh, wow, Andy. I am really honored to have these. So I have some comic books, but I'm not a big comic book guy. But I once discovered Green Lantern, like a graphic novel, a book of Green Lantern, and I went on a magical and psychedelic journey, and ever since then I paid a lot more attention to comic books and for the wild misadventures that I would go on inside them. So this is the character. Oh, maybe looks like this. He's there he is I can see him. He's kind of, I've already checked it out a little bit of it. And he kind of is this, he's a form, maybe a canvas upon which you can project yourself. And he goes through some wild things. And this is on the Mansion Press. And it's a beautiful matte finish. And the green and the pink, yellow, and dark palette here is so lovely. Oh my God, let's look at Om. I don't know if Om is okay. So let's just look at the first few. Om by Andy Barron. Wow, that's nice. Okay, I can see some really simple coloring, but actually there's little tiny nuanced shadows going on for David John Barron. So here's Om. He picks up. The story starts with him picking up something. Om. And he walks off into the distance. He encounters the Om. And the Om has a place in his heart where this thing that maybe he's found belongs. And bing, he places it in there. Can you see? Okay, they touch each other. And suddenly he becomes Om. I don't know. Okay, groovy. It's like that's a short little story. Oh, and then he turns into butterflies. Oh, Andy, it's beautiful. Oh, man, I really dig it. It's really groovy. Okay, so that was the first one. This next one is called The Chorus. Does that one have a name? Okay, that one's called The Touch. Beautiful. That one's called The Touch. This next one's called The Chorus. Okay, so Om here, I don't know if the character's name is Om, but I'm just going to... He encounters a fire here in the distance. Oh, he hears Om, maybe, I don't know. Is it a calling? He walks over towards the fire. He looks over. He's got these funky nipples, which I find kind of cool. And, okay, so there's some creatures around the fire. And they're cooking something. They're boiling something. And Om looks like he feels bad for him. Oh no, the creatures are mistreating this other creature. Oh no. Oh, it's got a little horror aspect to it. Wow. I kind of dig it, man. I dig even the grotesque part. Om comes here to the rescue. And they grab him next, and they throw him in the boiler. Oh no! What's happening to Om? Oh no! Okay, so he's like blessed with butterfly beauty energy in the first story, and he's cooked in the second story. Okay, and the next one here is Hoss. And somebody comes and encounters them. Oh, I love them. They're really beautiful. Okay, so you guys are going to have to check out Om. This is going to be really fun to read. I'm really, really excited. Oh, cool. Okay, it's pretty out there, I can tell. It's got some... I don't know what that's called. It's got that, I dig it. I don't know what that is. The gore, the kind of... What is that thing called? I know that sense. I see it in my mind's eye from time to time. What does that say about me? I'm not sure. Oh no, Om's is bleeding. Om. Okay, but here comes nature. And here comes he's turning into a tree, and he's turning into a beautiful flower. That's the flower that's on the back, right? The same one on here. Okay, and then we've got more motifs from our earlier Omish character. And beautiful. He turns into an amazing tree. Oh my god, dude, exquisite. All the illustrations are so pretty. Gemba. I want to keep going, but you guys, Om. P's Progress. It's about this character with these funky nipples. We kind of encounter these wild nipples. And, it's kind of, here's the milk, a mother's milk kind of thing. He's even Om's a little milky. I keep calling him Om. But, yeah, this kind of, it taps into your, some kind of primal youth, primal sense. Tantra. Okay, he's got some muscles. Oh my god, groovy. Okay, brains and hearts and all kinds of wild stuff. Okay, the cells go duotone here with pink and blue. Oh my goodness. Oh no, he's losing his nipples. Oh, there's some eroticism, gore, crazy, meditative, wow, ephemeral, ethereal. Oh man, dude, groovy. Fun. Oh man, Om, dude, guys, check that out. Wicked. Andy Barron. And hold on, I'm just gonna open Mandala here as well. I'm guessing that Om probably came first, and maybe Mandala might be a second title. Andy Barron, Mandala. A song from the world of Om. A song. Okay, groovy. A song from the world of Om. I know nothing about this one. I think I only checked out the other one again on the Mansion Press. But I can see our character Ohm here again. And maybe was this the guy who was getting cooked at the stake? Okay, so maybe I got it right. Trippy as hell, says Jim Woodring. Maybe if you know comic books, you know Jim Woodring. So we got Ohm here. We've got P here. We've got a little here. Okay, the guy with the nose. I think we spotted him in the last one. Okay, Ohm, P, and Mandala. Andy Barron. I'll link his stuff in the show notes, but I think he's at andybarron.com-ish kind of URLs. There he is, Ohm, our protagonist. Doing some yoga here. Some downward dog. He's got all the moves. Andy, how's your yoga practice? Okay, so he's very... Oh, no, this is not Ohm. This is, This is, his trusty cohort. Groovy, dude. It's got a very 60s psychedelic vibe to it. I'm way into it. Okay, so here he meets P. And they're getting tapped into each other. Oh no, he's losing his nose. Okay, has lost his nose. His world is shattered. He can't go on without his nose. His tie-on nose. And P is running off with it. And P tries it on and he's awoken. Whoa! That's crazy. Whoa, man. Groovy. He can't even handle it. It's so intense. Dun, 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 dun. Oh, gosh, I'm going to take my time with this. Oh, no, but then he encounters another beast who probably also wants the power of the nose. Oh, but he's able to take him out. And here comes a vulture-like character. And Ohm comes into the show. Oh, no, it's still without his nose. Is Ohm? Are they related? Okay. They're finding other and ohms. And oh no. It's one of my people. He's weeping for his own. And he comes to rescue him. Oh, and he finds the giant beast. Okay, and he's feasting on the nose. P. Okay, so there's two stories going on here at the same time. It seems that this one doesn't have the same short story nature as the first one. It's ongoing. And again, we have the mother's milk nipples coming into play again. Oh, goodness. Oh, look at this, man. It's crazy cool. Woohoo! Okay, another interesting character. Okay, let's get into the mind of Andy Barron. Okay, Mandala. I think it's going to be equally as interesting. It looks great, man. It looks really groovy. No words. I remember I saw The Triplets of Belleville. Did you guys see this one? Animated movie came out 20 years ago. It's a beautiful story of the Tour de France, maybe 90 years ago-ish. And one of the best, most fit racers who's in the race gets kidnapped by some troublemakers, and they put him to work running the bicycle in the back of a movie house or something like this. And these triplets, these three kind of unsuspecting old ladies, they're these three old hags who eat frogs. They boil frogs in a big barrel, and they're kind of hilarious. And they're these three like bags. And they somehow, I forget what happens, but they somehow rescue the cyclist, and they get him back in the Tour de France, and maybe he prevails in the end. But I was having a conversation with somebody about that film, and I said, wow, that was so amazing. They told such a great story with no words at all. The person I was talking to said, what do you mean? And I said, well, there's no dialogue at all. There's no words, there's no subtitles, there's no nothing. It's purely animation. And he said, no, I remember it. I remember the whole story. And I said, I know you remember it because it was told visually. No, it wasn't. It had words. I 1,000% remember it had words. I think we made a bet on it. We bet a beer or something. And sure enough, he's like, I can't believe it. I can't believe I watched that whole movie and I didn't even remember or maybe notice that I was so deep and invested in the story, and it was purely through the art. So I can tell that is what is going to happen here with this, Andy. It's very beautiful, amazing storytelling with visuals only. Here's the frog, the Peking. Okay, so there's a whole universe here of discovery to be had. Oh, dude. It's just groovy as can be. Okay, sorry to go off there, but let's find out what happens. Maybe Om without his nose becomes but that is very, very cool. So Andy Barron from UK, Om and Mandala, thank you so much. Oh my God, the world gets smaller through music and through comic art. I'm so happy and so proud and so grateful that you sent me these titles, Om and Mandala, on the Mansion Press. Go out there and maybe pick up a copy of your own. I'm very happy to blast out some amazing artwork and just be reminded on how grateful I am for this project that just I stumbled into, that I get to meet cool people, get to talk about groovy music, get to be recommended some new albums from the world. I'm calling it the human algorithm. It's like the greatest way to discover new music. It's been profound. A profound new way to discover music. Not new per se, but it's the only way that I discover music now is by connection and encounters and people and new friendships. So the world gets smaller through music. Thank you very much, Andy Barron, and good luck on Om and your future comic artwork. Okay, guys, thanks so much for being here. Andy, thanks again for sending that along. Check out Tokyo Record Style on the website, tokyo.record.style. .style is a URL, or tokyorecordstyle.com. Sign up for the newsletter. I'm definitely going to be featuring this work in a newsletter. You can sign up on the website, or you can send me a DM. I've got stickers. If anybody out there is keen to get a Tokyo Record Style sticker, have a nice play. Since my little artwork, send me a DM and I'll be happy to put one in the mail for you. And just like and do all the likey stuff. So yeah, I appreciate that. All right, guys, until next time, I'll see you out on the streets of Tokyo. Okay, bye.